Hey guys, Sunday, God knows what time, probably after 8 o'clock, but go away. No matters, how are you? Hopefully everybody's okay, for those who will be joining us, join us. Centre, that's there. Anyway, bit of an update. Airsoft is being rebooked for the next game, and that is the 4th. Still got plenty of people coming to play, which is what I like. And what I will say is, I'm not taking any booking fees. So for anybody that wants to come and play, you are more than welcome. You have to make your own way there, and simply done. Make your own way there, come and enjoy the day, have a laugh, that's all that matters. Right, so, conundrum. Piece of material, yes, I'm smoking, I know. Piece of material I received with a camera setup to record the airsoft, the day, to enjoy the day. So obviously I can turn it into a format, into a video format, and actually post it on a new channel which is still under construction at the moment. So I'm still trying to get enough footage, because the first day I went, yeah, the cameras didn't last. Did get some some good footage, but not to what I wanted. So we're going to kind of skip a game. Second game is going to be the first game in the eyes of these little cameras. So with finding out, let me find an ashtray. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Here you do. So, with finding out a few glitches on the day of what to use, what not to use. Charl, my other half, obviously she attended, and the week before we went to pick this up. Now, okay, we went to go and pick this up. Looks alright, it isn't too bad, but this is where the problems come in, because buying that from the shop, you're thinking, yeah, you got your entire face covered, which you have. Oh. You got your entire face covered. It's alright. One small problem. It fogs up like no one's business. A bit of cheap run of the mill, I think it was about £19.99, £20. So for anybody that does actually see this, and you see these in the shop, they're all flexible plastic thingamajigs. They are no good. They're good for airsoft to a degree. They look the part. You could customize them, but the practical use is not there in any way, shape, or form. Yes, that protects your eyes. The mask in itself would protect you, but the actual physical that will protect your face. That everything else, it will protect you, but it fogs up. And let's be real, airsoft, you're not going to be walking. Well, I was walking about, but you're not going to be sitting there doing nothing all day. You're gonna be moving. You're gonna be breathing, obviously. And what is actually happening? What is actually going to be happening is when you're breathing out, it's hitting there and it's not getting out these vents here, which you should just be there. When you're breathing, the heat that comes out of your mouth is not going to go out of them holes that quick. A little bit goes out. They have got a couple of little bits here, as you can sort of see. As you're breathing out, the heat and everything, the condensation, the whole lot, is not going out of them vents quick enough. So what happens is, in the goggles, in here, there's vents here, there's vents here, and there's vents here. Now that is supposed to help you. That is supposed to be designed to help keep the goggles clear. That's not happening. There's vents all the way over the top here, on the entire thing, and even though you could mask all this off, you could spray it how you wanted, you can make it look as good as you wanted. For me and Charles, my other half, this was absolutely no good. We was warned that it's not the best, it's not a good idea, but she wanted one anyway. I say, as you see by that, it would actually ricochet or bounce a lot of the BBs off. But obviously, for the practicality part of it, it is no good in any way, shape or form for airsoft. Well, for us, it's no good. It's no good. Let me just turn this light on. Right, that's a bit better. It's absolutely no good, no practical use for us in any way, shape or form. I do need to see if I can actually, I know I can separate the top from bottom. I do know that I can do a few other bits and pieces, so I'm going to try and see if I can actually do that and actually make it so it doesn't fog up in a way. We've tried a number of different methods to actually see if this works after I've made some alterations to it. Right, so Sunday chat. Today I'm going to be focusing on obviously the problems that I had. I know I had a problem with fogging up with the goggles that I had, and they was fairly expensive goggles. Didn't pay anywhere near that amount, but yeah, those fairly expensive goggles. Right, I have normal, or say normal, an airsoft cap. It was something I seen in the shop and I thought, I like that. Main being is it's got Velcro on the top, right there. It's got it on the front here. It's also got it on the back here. What it basically means, you can buy little Velcro pads, patches, name tags, anything, and actually stick them to the cap. These are not really designed, I mean the same, it's like very stiff brim on it. It's not really designed to house one of these. But that doesn't mean that's not possible. I mean, to do it like that. So for me it would be obviously cap on, all my other little bits and pieces on, so that fits quite nicely. Obviously my hair is tied away at the day, but I need to get this to fit there, centre there. So I need to get this onto there and getting it adhered, somehow getting it adhered to the peak of the cap, figure out how to make some sort of markings, and then actually finding a way of fitting this using a velcro strap or some of the parts that I have got spare. I thought about putting it around the brim of the cap, but obviously moving backwards and forwards, ducking, looking down, looking up, it's just gonna come straight the way off. It's not gonna work. I did think about drilling a couple of little holes, putting a couple of bolts through to maybe holding it. That might work, but I'm not 100% sure. Really not sure. I'm thinking maybe more to the lines of anyway, thinking to more of the lines of making a couple of incisions in here, using the sticky pad that's on there, centre, stick it down, and then using this strap to pull it tight in between, and then figuring a way of, or fathoming a way of, is actually doing it so it doesn't hinder my line of sight, and obviously then it'll mean I can't really wear the thing like this, because like you get the idea. I can see what's behind me but not in front of me, and putting it up there then looking like something out of a 90s out of an 80s TV thing just ain't gonna happen. So other than that, for this stage it's going to be, I'm afraid, cannibalising this cap to see if I can actually make it work. So let's move the camera down, move some junk out of the way. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Let's move down there and start cutting into this. How are you? I'm okay. I've just got some little bits and pieces to sort. I say to sort. Obviously, you know, on the 7th, I believe it was our first airsoft. Our first airsoft game.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Was our very first airsoft game, which we really did enjoy. There was no two ways around it. Sorry, I'm trying to find a chair, preferably one that my beloved stepson has not screwed over. Anyway, and let's drop.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Down. There we go. Like that. Need these. Give me a second and I shall explain. That's it'll show me the weight. Oh, it went brilliant to be fair. We both really enjoyed it. I kind of had a little boo-boo on the day. First game, lo and behold, the very first game, because obviously I've explained in the past that I've got problems with my back. I did see went off, got good briefing and everything else, went off into the woods to go and play. I went down a track and there was a bit of a bollard in between, and I did see at least 4 or 6 of the opposite team down there. So what I did is I run down. They didn't see me, brilliant. I ran down, got to this bollard, and I just dropped. The kind of drop where where your legs kind of go out into like the V shape. I dropped very quickly like that, so they didn't see me, because this postage and this hideaway fencing, whatever, was not very high. So I dropped to get behind it to pull my weapon out, ready to start firing. But because I dropped that quick, my back actually went clunk at the same time, and yeah, that didn't do well for the rest of the day. Still played at a very diminished rate, but I still did stick around. I still did play. I was in absolute agony. But I did stick around. I did play it all. And I did enjoy it, and we are going back. We're going back on the 4th of August. But the whole reason for this is obviously to have a chat, because I haven't spoke to a lot of people for a while. Obviously yourself, Cheryl, I've spoke to. Jim, I've spoke to. I haven't seen hide and a hair of anybody else since John's no longer with us at ANC. Don't know why. We've been completely deafed out, but I did see him the other day, said hello to him. Oh, is she? Oh, very good. I hope she's okay. She ought to come on and come and say hello. But yeah, since John's no longer with us, I haven't seen, obviously doing this, I'm used to seeing like a few good others, a number of other people coming on, which is fine, fair enough. If I know something has happened, I'm presuming I've got a very good idea something has happened, or something's been said somewhere along the line, because I seen him the other day, and even though he stopped to try and say hello, he stopped to actually say hello about it or about anything, and he essentially got dragged away straight away. No sooner he stopped, there was a problem, there was an issue straight away, so he got pulled off. So I don't know what's going on, so the only thing I can do is, I got banned from Ghost Britain, no idea why either. Oh well, yeah. You see, Cheryl, I explained to Jim, sorry about, I'm etching. I said to Jim what I was going to do about the airsoft, whether it was worth opening another channel or running it from this one. Jim says it seems to be easier to run a complete new channel, so that's what I'm going to be working on. He's working on a new channel. Anyway, yeah, see, me and Charles and a few others may go and do our own bit of investigating or something like that. Don't know, but see what happens. But on our first game, we did find a few glitches. As I was trying to explain, we bought these cameras. They're absolutely brilliant. The picture quality on them is ridiculous. The day before, I charged these. Now, on the day there was just over a quarter of a battery left. I don't know whether it's due to poor design or what, but the battery life even though it is, even though the batteries are a Lion V7 Lion battery, so they're basically designed for drones. They're not exactly designed for using them what I'm going to be using them for. But obviously I've got to try and figure out a way of extending that. There is two ways, to be fair. One of them is, because I've got an external source here, is I could actually connect a battery to it, an external. No, it don't last long at all. I did get a lot of footage, but not as much as I wanted. Obviously, I need to go through these properly to actually go through the settings, because I can do it on the phone. It's a bit of a pain in the back end to do it on here. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a way of getting these to work constantly. Well, this is the thing, because the footage I gained from the first day was crystal clear quality. The small problem, or the small thing problem I found and came up with, was because I was fitted here, all our body movement, so as we're running anyway, the camera's going like that. It's sort of okay. When we're ducking, obviously you're seeing whatever is directly in front of us. Now, if me or Charlotte ducking behind a 4-foot high fence, all you can see is like a leg or a weapon or a fencing. You can't see what's over it. You don't get a proper clear view of what we're seeing. Is where I want to get it is what this sees is what we see. And other than holding it there the entire time, you wouldn't see what we would see. So it's essentially back to the drawing board. It wouldn't work, not on the vests. I have looked into a lot of stuff. I've looked into other cameras. I've looked into some sort of things, but I've also gone back and done my research on a lot of the people that do the YouTube channels and record the footage from in the States. If they, obviously you can buy a clamp that clamps there, it straps around the back, and it holds the housing. Well, this is an underwater housing, so I could actually use this camera underwater. Brilliant. Actually holds the housing, but it's more money again. At this moment, because I'm going to be building the channel from scratch, I'm going to get in contact with a few companies that make weapons, that make some of the loadout kits and everything, and ask them for, and if I can use their, because I am using their products, if they would be willing to sponsor a startup YouTuber. So hopefully might be able to get something along the lines of them. I'm not going to say who they are, because obviously I don't know, and if one of them catches it, that's going to cause a ball ache. Basically it's trying to get sponsorship from some of the weapons manufacturers to do with airsoft. And I'll say, come on, what I'll do is I'll then start doing the recordings and everything, the reviews, pros and cons, everything like that. I mean, this one, for a start, pro is it covers your face. Pro is it's very light, it's very durable and flexible. Con, it steams up, badly steams up. Now I'm gonna have a look back at this because I seem to know, I've seemed to gauge where how it's steaming up, the problems that's being caused by it. So I'm going to actually see if I can actually rectify this. I mean, it was a cheap alternative. It was Charles. She was adamant she wanted it to cover her entire face, which it did, but through the game, obviously the coupling was the fact of, because the cameras kept going off because of the battery life, and it was trying to power save. You didn't actually see a lot of the time, as the thing was like this, you could see her hand going up like this and doing that. A finger was basically going up, and had to keep on wiping the inside for the condensation. So obviously that means that there's way too much condensation getting in it. So I'm going to try and see if I can rectify that. I had the same with my goggles, so I've actually gone and bought some new ones. I've bought Charlotte pair as well, which I shall be showing. But at this present moment, I need to try and see if I can get this little thing here, which is the platform for this. I need to get this essentially to go onto this. It's going to be fun, because obviously I'm decimating a cap, which is not a problem. Charles, yeah. No, she's not my wife yet. She's fiance, and she's just as loony as me. But hey ho. Yeah, so I'm literally needing to dig into this, to like cut this. I probably will go a bit quiet a moment to do this, and hopefully once I've cut into this cap and completely broke this cap and everything else, that I can do what I want to do, because otherwise I've just gutted a cap for nothing. So bear with me a second, Cheryl. Yep. Don't want to cut too far. And this way. Make sure I've got. See, I want it to be nice and snug. Oh, what we got? It's okay. My husband's side is on FIFA. My computer has broken for around 2 months. I've got to buy new hard drives for the computer. What you got to buy new hard drives for the computer then? Westgate or SATA? Because obviously it's yeah. They are fairly cheap, to be honest with you. I mean, they are really cheap. Hard drives are really cheap. Oh, was you already ordered them? Okay. I was going to say you can get them off eBay, Google. Micro hard drives, is it 3.5? The 3.5, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, it's waste on me trying to tell you about hard drives then, because you already know. Yeah, it was, I bought a hard drive, I think it was a 3.5 SATA 2 gig, 1 gig hard drive a while ago, because the old PlayStation, the hard drive that's in an old PlayStation is a SATA drive, and obviously I opened it up because a 40 gig just would not do. would not do to do the for the PlayStation. So I basically spent £30, bought a 1TB, and then bought a 1TB and then installed that. So then there's the old Xbox with a 1TB in before they even before they even contemplated it, to be fair. Right. So now I need to that's up. Up. Okay. So this needs to go up here. Plec. Why does that sound so familiar? What is Plec? Or Plex? So PC gaming, I'm not really up on, to be fair. I was more, and have been, more Xbox. I bought the PlayStation because a friend of mine had PlayStation, and it was a way for me to talk to him. Didn't really play it that much, to be fair. Didn't like the controllers for a start. Even though I had an original PlayStation when they first come out. I could never get to grips with it. You stream movies from PC through PlayStation on TC. Oh, okay then. So yeah, I sort of know what you mean. Yeah, I sort of know what you mean now by that. So sorry, bear with me a sec. That's going to go up. That's going to go down there. Crap, called underneath. Or can it? Yeah, I know what you mean. Obviously PlayStation, I don't. Yeah, see, I play a lot of, I played a lot of Ark. I haven't played it for a while. I played Ark essentially from when it first came out, when it was first when it was the first alpha test. I played it, and obviously I was playing it when it got released. Still play it now. It's just one of them games I played way too much, and obviously I needed to. I need to have a break from it. So instead, I'm doing this. Right, so that's there like that. That'll come over. That'll go up like that, and then that'll go back down there. So ooh, how does that work? But yeah, Ark Survival Evolved is what I play, or played. RPG, everything, not a problem. Come on now. We stopped when Si got sick. he just wasn't able to sit for long periods of time in a chair. Yeah, I have that sometimes. Sometimes. It's just that. Obviously, I sit in the settee. Oh, I sit in the on the settee, in the settee, over the settee, around the settee, and I have problems like sitting for a long period, mainly because of my back. But obviously, let's have a look, see how this looks. So I have to keep moving. I do have to keep moving with my back and everything. It's a pain in the butt sometimes. I either get a dead leg or what seems to be a dead leg. I'm getting one now. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, because I can't sit upright for a long period of time. I have to keep moving, like trying to reposition myself all the time. It's a pain in the ass. But right, that back there, pull this back through. Like so, and pull that through. There. Nice. There it is. Let's see if that there hinders this. Other than this here, which I can rectify that. I'm hoping that this has worked. Because if it does, then okay, so that's pulled through there. I wonder if I can rewrap it. So not that way. I'm getting there, Sean. I'm getting there. Push that through there. Pull that out the way. I'm winning. Sort of, I'm winning. Sorry, I've got to do this. That's it. Been bed rest for the last 3 years. Due to his better now, but not 100% yet on more operation and then taking sweeter. Ironically, they always seem to do the same. Hospitals seem to always do the same. So do dental hospitals, funnily enough. I mean, obviously you notice that if I laugh and other bits, then I obviously have teeth missing. And I explained about a phobia and about everything else. Yeah, the phobia and everything else that I had, and getting there. That, yeah, basically the problem that I had, and they won't. What's the phrase? They're not sympathetic to it, put it that way. They're not sympathetic to the phobia or to anything like that. They just want to get you in, out, that sort of thing. Let me find a pair of scissors before I cut my damn finger off. Hang on a minute. seen these scissors today. I know where they are. Give me a second. Wait, there we are. I'm back. Thing of it. Lighter. Oh, I was exposed to nuclear radiation in St. Louis, growing up, and it came out. Mine was, to be honest, mine was down to, obviously not as bad as that, mine was down to sugar. And sugar. You can add me on Facebook if you want. I'm not. Oh, hang on. I'm happy to have new people and new friends on Facebook. Oh, ow. God, that's so much better. What the Manhattan Project is. I heard about it, yes. Wasn't that some sort of, the government was releasing certain toxins to a certain area over a certain space of time and to see what the effects was? Was that it? I think that was a Manhattan Project. Always rather than me seeing things. Was that the Manhattan Project? Yeah, I've stuck all this down. No, it was the first nuclear bomb made. Oh, yeah. I thought it was something else, but yeah. It was something to do. Or was that the Philadelphia? No, anyway, yeah. I know what you mean. Sort of. I haven't fully looked into. Obviously, not living over there, or anything like that. I don't. I mean, I took note of obviously 9/11 and things like that. But other than that, sorry, I haven't really clued myself up. I would really like to get over to the States one of the days, but the way things are looking, I mean, I'm nearly 40 now, so yeah. Me being nearly 40 and me being nearly 40 and wanted to get over there. My partner went over there when she was a kid, when she was in foster care. I've always wanted to go over. I think that's one of the main reasons why I started ANC, is to be able to obviously make enough money to be able to go over. The barrels rotted into the leaked water, cold water, yeah. So that's it. That's the part I remember. It's some part. Well, I got part of it. So no, I didn't get any of it right, but that's what I meant. It's like some sort of like waste dump. It was something to do with the water and things like that. It was one of the US's like biggest toxic dump or something back in the day, and like the toxic waste, wasn't it? It was like one of the biggest dumping areas to record or something. And then obviously everything went a bit pants. Or was it one canister stemmed off a load of them, sort of thing? But yeah, I know which one you mean. I remember something about it. Yeah. Get off, damn thing. Are they still doing? What? Aren't they still trying to do somebody for that? Like trying to put the blame, not put the blame, but trying to get them accountable for their actions. Aren't they trying to do that? So aren't they trying to, or did they do somebody for it, or? Yeah. Oh, that's something about it. I think that's what stemmed it, was the fact of a barrel had leaked, which had caused a knock-on effect or something, and they found out that there was the biggest toxic landfill or something, wasn't it? I think that's what stemmed the large worldwide part for dumping waste, full stop, I think. Yeah. Sorry to hear it. Has that done it? How's that look? I know it looks like a proper dickhead, but at least. Yeah. So I managed to do it. Yeah. It means I haven't completely wrecked the cap for no reason. So what I need to do is, so that's without the camera. It's added a bit of weight. Obviously it's added a bit of weight because I'm carrying now plastic. Just put that in there, that like that. Right, that's with a camera in. So now yeah, it is a bit of this added a vast weight. Sorry. Yeah, I do get that. If I think it's mostly the self-confidence part, the whole thing that bugs me, but hey ho. Well, yeah. have no more front teeth. But because I do a lot of singing anyway, it kind of holds me off from doing it. Right, what I'm going to do... What am I going to do? That's it, I need to find out. Bear with me 2 minutes. Ow, my legs. Ugh. Just turn it that way. God, this is going to feel so weird. So that's there, like that. Back up a bit. There. Okay, so now I need to tighten this around here. Back into its place. See, I go to cover my mouth, but I keep forgetting myself. Okay, so that's going to be... 1 minute. Can't find any hand tools. Use one of these. Lower drive. Ooh, that's stable. That is really stable now. Well, wasn't Chernobyl in Russia anyway? Chernobyl was in Russia. Sure. Yeah, Chernobyl is in Russia. Idiots. Idiots. Absolute idiots. Idiots. Right. So, there is one problem. One problem sorted. Now another problem created. Right. So one sorted, one created. Right. Because of the weight on that, that's going to be fun. Well, yeah, there is that. People seem to keep forgetting about the landfill parts, which is a tad annoying. Right. Back again. Right. Here we are. See, my little friend. My little friend. Oh, I wonder if Jim's at work tonight. Right. So, like I said, one problem down. And I bought this. I bought these. See, I actually did all this. Right, so I bought this. Yes, my hat is sorted. Thank you. It is. It's all entirety. Nah. It'll do for it'll do for what it's got to do. I am going to be getting one of the hard helmets eventually. So with the hard helmet, it has got the whole part on the front that you can house the camera to, with the extra Velcro packs on the back. So I can Velcro extra battery packs and everything onto the back of it, so it actually lasts a lot longer, which would be a good idea. But I bought this one the other day. Let's see how this is holding. So it has been moving a little bit, and I need to so this has been moving. Didn't want it to move, but it has. What? It's moved. Right. So now I need to line up the gun cam. Right. Gun cam. See, that's I've turned all that over down top. There is the part of it. I think so. Obviously, I don't want it to go flat. I've got to aim it in a bit, surely. Sorry, let's chuck that in for now. So it comes something to hold on to. My toy. My toy. So that needs to go. Yeah, these are all niggledy bits that I found out on the day. Obviously, we was pretty prepared for the day. we was pretty prepared for the day, obviously. I had mine was due to pick up another one today, but that didn't happen. So I'm due to pick it up tomorrow. Yeah, anyway, so I was pretty prepared, which is not a problem. I would love to know how this thing comes apart. So now, is it that, and then that. What's that do? So, what does that do? So I know that. So there's the hinge. That's for the mag. So that's the hinge, that's the mag. Does that come back? No, that goes forward. No. Yeah. I was actually walking around on a crutch. All week I was walking around on a crutch because obviously having additional problems with my back. It obviously created the problem where I couldn't walk. Or the muscles in my body was all screaming at my head to her. I said, hang on, you're not 16 no more, will you stop doing stupid shit? Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are or how old you are, or as long as you're not past, like, say 60. I'll say 60. I'll say 60 is a safe barrier. But you get one of these, you go onto an open field, and I'm not kidding you, the moment the first time you get one of these, yeah, whether you hire or buy, and you've got that in your hand, and that's loaded, and that's got everything on it needs to do, and you've stood there like that, waiting to go in, and the moment they're trying to say, right, 10, 9, 8, once they go, right, go through, and then 3, 2, you hear that. Once you've got, right, once you hear this sound, I don't care how old you are, you automatically think you're either a 10 or 16 year old, and the first thing you do is you do that and you run. And that's what I did. So I go, gone. And I did actually run quite quick, which surprised me. But yeah, it's like 3, 2, 1, go, 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 and all that. Wait! Yeah. Your brain automatically switches off, right, I'm nearly 40, whatever. I'm 37 years old, brain is, no, I'm taking over now, gone. And all week my body was arguing with my brain, you do realise that you're not 16, you are a bloody idiot, calm down, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do the other. You're not 16, you idiot. And my brain was basically, yeah, I know now, I know now. And I stuck around for I did do the entire damn day. Okay, the jokes did come out after. One of the jokes was to buy 2 more of these and buy a Zimmer frame to basically attach one of these to each leg of the Zimmer frame. So if anybody come up, I could just stand there like that and go up with this Zimmer frame and start shooting. That all came out, the whole lot came out. And yeah, I was just going along with it. That was literally what... I wasn't the oldest one in the group. I think the oldest one in the group was 50, and he was an ex-firefighter. and he was literally running circles around me. There was no two ways around it. He was just literally running circles around me. And he loved it, and he's coming on the next one. So, one of the things I forgot to do as well, obviously this is fairly light when I had it. Got a bit of weight on it now, and all I've done is added the scope and the camera. But we are picking up another weapon tomorrow. I'll go away. What date are we on tomorrow? What date is it today? Sunday, no, it's not 21st, it's the 14th. So I'll get paid then, no pay, and then pay the week before. Okay, so I'll get paid this week, so I may, so definitely Wednesday night, I'm going to be doing a bit of a weapons update on Airsoft, I think. That's if I go on Wednesday and go and pick up a new rifle, which is going to be a sniper rifle. That's the plan. Hopefully. I know how my plans work, they don't. My plan was to take the day easy when I went Airsoft. Yeah, that I may as well have jumped over the damn balcony because that didn't work at all. But work still needs to be done. So now I know that yes, I like the idea of it. Obviously there isn't that much running about that's got to be done. And because of the stuff that I've got, obviously assault rifle, so I can run into idiots as well as act an idiot. So there's that. Ironically, Charlotte said exactly the same, that she wants a ghillie suit. Yeah, I have seen them. I have contemplated them, to be fair. But the hang on, 2 seconds. The ghillie suit, yeah, the one that you can get from the shop, from any Army and Navy store, or airsoft shop, anything like that. The ghillie suit that you can buy looks good, but as this new place I've been to, they've turned around and stated that it's very plain. It is very plain. There is obviously you build on it and you add bits to it. So I've suggested to a friend of mine who makes these, hang on, where are you? to a friend of mine who makes these. Now, he's made this one for me as a rifle harness. So on my vest, it will clip there, and obviously that end, this end is for the rifle. But if you can see the green that's there, what he's going to try and see if he can do is get 2 tones of the green. And what I've asked him to do is basically, if he can, is to what we'll do is we'll buy an army forest outfit. So either a long sleeve shirt or a long sleeve polo, t-shirt or whatever, and trousers and everything. And then what we can do is basically get the green stuff, and basically make like a mini. Sorry, if you can hear the knocking downstairs, that's what I'm.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Slapping my foot at. Less than 20%. Okay. So what we can do is like make the webbing up. So the little crosshatch webbing, to make that up, and then what we can actually do is take a needle and thread to it and actually stitch it to the entire outfit. Well, not the entire one, because you wouldn't need it where the loadout is. But to get like the fabric marker, get somebody to put it up, put the jacket on, put everything on as it's supposed to be, and then put their jacket on, zip it all up so how they're going to be, obviously without carrying the weapon, and then everywhere that's exposed, I mean, so very similar to this, so round here, round the back, just the back here, like the back where the arms are, the whole lot, is to basically fabricate, this would just be the webbing, is to fabricate some sort of small netting that can go from the cuffs all the way up, all the way over on the arms of the jacket, and at the front, and then stitch it to the jacket. So then what it'll create then is a mobile ghillie suit. You wouldn't need to buy one from the shop. You'd have a helmet anyway, or you can ask somebody to, if you've got the if you've got 2 jackets, then you could probably put eyelets across the back of the jacket, and then ask somebody with a sewing machine to fabricate a ghillie hood, so it sits at the back. Then obviously when need be, same sort of thing, add the webbing to it, go onto Amazon or eBay, buy all the fake leaves, everything, the twigs, the whole lot, and dress the entire thing up yourself how you want to do it. And because of it being like the greens and the blacks and what have you, you could actually make it, some false moss and everything, you could actually make your own. A lot of the ghillie suits, to what I've seen, are obviously full body head to toe. Well, what they don't account for, and I have seen them in action, what they don't account for really is when you have your vest or your loadout on. So if you put a ghillie suit on, all you can run around with is a rifle, essentially. So what you'd need to do is then modify your ghillie suit, modify your loadout vest to the ghillie suit. So you'd end up having to modify the vest anyway. So if you created a custom ghillie suit that's just arms like that and across there, and wherever the jacket comes down, if the vest comes down to here via that, you can put all the tassels on and everything from here, so it helps cover it or whatever else. Or you could even build in, because if you've got the jacket anyway, if you've got the part of the straps where it goes down, you've still got access to the pockets here, so you can still hide them. You don't have to use them or anything like that. It's an idea that I'm playing about with at the moment, whether to make like custom ghillie suits, literally put it all on, get it all stitched to the arms so it'll all be permanently there, but you can swap out and change as much as you want. that is one of the ideas, and obviously the trousers would be more like a full web, or even just trying to buy the ghillie trousers, because obviously you won't really need a lot of stuff around your waist. I mean, if you're wearing a gun belt, then I suppose you can kind of fathom a way around with a sidearm. But it's one of them. It's something to be played with. It is definitely something to be played with. Let me get this out of here. I say it's still early days. Well, if you are squatting down, you just need to camp. You just need camp pants, camo pants. Yeah. Yeah, there is that. If you're just squatting. I mean, around here there's the site size. The site size around here is not very big. There are bigger sites around, which I'm hoping to get to. Right, put this back in here. Right, the new goggles that I picked up because mine kept on fogging are these. They are the mesh ones. I didn't really want mesh, but with having the mesh, there's no chance of them fogging up, to be fair. And if I got that there like that, hang on, let's try dressing my head up, rather than it looking, no, rather than me looking like an idiot. Where have I put it? Pull this out. There it is. To be fair, you don't look too bad, to be fair. Sock. It don't look too bad, to be fair. I mean, I've got, it's the only problem with having long hair. I might get cut off. Right, let's try this again. That one, there, like that. Right, front, straight, there, here. So, that. So now that's my hair out of the way. Cap first. Because, is it cap first? No, should be goggles first. At least now. No, I can still see the bridge. And that don't work because you can still see me talking. No. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is my loadout, by the way. Give me a second. That's there. Like that. I want. There it is. This one. Right. So this is goggles. Right. Yeah, you'll see why in a second. So goggles. this. Oh, give me a second, let me just go and line this up. This one. Hit. So, that's better. So that is that. That definitely looks better. Where's that other strap? There's that strap. Pull that round. That down. Pull these up. Like that. And then pull that up. I do believe yeah, that worked, sort of. And obviously this being put how does that look? So I think I look like a giant fly. I feel like I look like a giant fly now. I need to figure out some sort of, damn, this is warm in here, because that covers my face, so you can't see me sticking my tongue out like that. Yeah, that. Now that does it. Would that be better before or after? After, okay. Obviously it looks like I've got no damn ears because of there. Hello. These tassels. What's these attached to? That's attached to that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to change that round. Oh yeah, thanks. So, that to that is fine, but so I don't know why I'm taking the extra precaution on covering my face up, because I did airsoft the other day. I did when I did do the airsoft, because my original goggles was doing my head. All I did was add a small piece of goggles, and because my friends was getting shot in the neck and across the face, I actually loaned them this. So I actually just went round with a pair of goggles on and a baseball cap. That was it. None on my face on show. But I need to figure out something, because personally, I think that over that looks better than that under that. D-Mac, how you doing? Yeah, it looks better over, but obviously these straps here are gonna do my tree. I don't exactly want to. How's things with you anyway, D-Mac? Yeah, it's definitely over than under. I was thinking, because obviously I'm alright. I'm actually going through, because first of all, welcome to tonight's stream. I went to go and play. Me and my partner went to go and play airsoft last weekend. Yeah, last weekend on the 7th. Yeah. And we went to go and record it. We took the cameras, a load of little GoPros. One on me, one on my partner, one on the rifle. But we found an issue with them. We found out that they hadn't charged properly. So I think I've sorted how to sort that problem out. I think, but we're actually going to be getting some external batteries, external battery chargers, the battery packs. So hopefully I can charge the cameras up, put them into place, and then connect the wiring up and be able to strap the external battery boosters, battery packs that you buy, strap them to the weapon, to the rifle, which is there, one to Charles loadout, which I've got to get out in a minute and take a look where I can actually strap this actual battery pack to. Mine, I can't set it on my loadout anymore. Reason being is because I've just modified a cap to house the GoPro. So now I've got a full view. Everybody that will be watching the videos will be able to see exactly what I see, and how I see it and how things come along. Yeah, and it was a fucking epic day. If you haven't done it, DMAC, you need to go and do it. It is an absolutely epic day to go and do. But obviously, going the first time, you overcompensate for everything. You wear extra padding because you don't know how hard it's going to hit you. You know people are going to be using heavier BBs, so you kind of think, yeah, I'm going to get really shot. No, put it bluntly, it's after 9 o'clock. You're going to get shot to shit. And how hard is it going to hit? How much is it going to hurt? Blah, 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 all this other stuff going through your head. So you overcompensate for everything. It's like when you go abroad, when you go on holiday, you overcompensate for what you're actually going to use. if you're close to us, you're more than welcome to come with us. When you go away on holiday, you overpack for what you need. Anything you do, you overcompensate for everything. And obviously, me and Charles, we overcompensated for airsoft, which is not a problem because obviously what we managed to do then is diagnose problems and faults that we need to not really need to address, that we needed to rectify. I mean, one of our problems is Charles, my other half. She was adamant she wanted one of these. Now these are quite good. They completely cover your face, everything. Downside, they mist, they fog up, they are a pain in the arse. Charles spent most of her day doing that, trying to clear the lens. Yeah, Cheryl, I shall do. I'm trying to go through and edit it at the moment. Obviously not right at this moment, but as through. But see you soon. But yeah, this fogs up like mad. So I've got to try and address that, see if I can actually stop it from fogging. There was anti-fog spray and other bits and pieces, but it still caused a problem. So then addressing the fact of those are Charles' goggles, by the way, Cheryl, with the camo on, her new ones. So them are Charles' secondary pair. But the problem I have now is I'm trying to figure out a sequence to putting this on where I don't look like a complete and utter idiot. Obviously me and Cheryl was discussing as you came on this, which is obviously a face mask for the BBs, stop your face getting shot at. I was shot with a 0.48 gram BB on the Sunday. Yes, it stung. No, I wouldn't want to be shot with them continuously, but I dealt with it. I didn't have a face mask on or anything else. All I had was the glasses and a cap. So I know this has got to go underneath everything. So this is literally, let's get my hair out of the way. This now is this stage 1. So I have that. Pull my eyes down. Now I look like something out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But yeah, that is for that. So do I now put this on? Right, so that could go over like that. Sorry, just using the camera like a damn mirror. Yeah, so that, like that, pull that down there. I'm not going to dress it all up and everything, but yeah, they do hurt for about 1 second, 2 seconds, and then that's it. So I know then I've got to go over the top there, and then it's the cap, so I know I've got to put that bottom one on first. Okay, so I know now. Oh, that feels bad. But yeah, as for going for the day, if you are anywhere near us, you're more than welcome to come and join us. There's no two ways around it. If you want to join us, come and join us. That's there, this is there. Nice. Eastern England. Okay, so what area is that? Eastern? Well, we're west, so yeah, you're actually quite a few, probably quite a bit away. Actually, you shouldn't be really. Kent. Oh, you ain't too bad. I mean, Kent's not too bad. It's a couple of hours ride, isn't it? Couple of hours drive. So it's not. So bear with me a second. Right, that's a bit better. Yeah, not that far. You're not that far away from us. So it's currently going to be building. I'm probably going to be doing it tonight. I'm going to grab my computer in a minute, and I'm going to sit down and have this on with my phone on charge because it might actually die. Give me a second. 11%. Yeah, it'll probably be dying very shortly, so I'm going to need to go and get the charger for that. Let's put this away quickly, and then I think I need to figure something out for Charles. Like there. That's right. Yeah. So what is it that you do then, DMAC? What do you do? That's right. That's that. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, you're more than welcome one of the Sundays.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Yes, I know. I do know at one point, me, Charles, once we've got everything up and going and actually managed to get all these done, we are going to be travelling around the UK, going to different fields. I don't know if there's any in Kent. I can have a look. But yeah, that's the aim, is to basically do a UK version of the airsoft. There's not a lot of people that do the airsoft in the UK. Them all like Silo. Well, the main one that jumps to my head is Silo. She's over in Belgium. But that side. US is not Novritsch. Novritsch is over there. It's Sweden, I think. There's a load over in the US. Yeah, but UK is only two that I essentially watch. That's Kicking Mustang and Names Nico. So I've asked them for advice. They gave me advice. So I'm just trying to better on that. So Clipnotes version, we raced, run our arse off. I knackered my back up in the first game because my brain was telling me, yes, you can go and do it. Mental age of 16, yeah, run around with a gun. I did that. My body, being nearly 40, disagreed with that very, very, very quickly after I received my back going like that. When my back snapped, I was then hobbling around for the rest of the game. But then there was an ongoing argument between my body and my brain, turning around and saying you're an idiot and everything else, and yeah. But then a 50-year-old ex-firefighter ran rings around me. But luckily he was on our side, so we won in the end, but obviously it was a bit of fun, and it was just needed to be done. It just needed to be done. Right. So let's do that before my battery completely dies. This is what I'm running. So the vest itself, if you do it as a one-off, then don't buy any of this stuff. This is anybody that, obviously DMAC, you're watching it now. For anybody that comes back to watch it, if you're thinking about doing airsoft, then go, literally, don't worry about the pain. If you get stung by a nettle, that hurts more than a BB, unless it's going to hit you somewhere really soft or stupid, like one shot me in the face and yeah, it hurt for about 2 seconds. That was it, and didn't even bother me after that. Hire the stuff, go a couple of times, make sure there's something that you want to do. You'll know by the end of the first day, the first game, the first day, whichever, if you want to continue it. Now, even though I sustained injury, my partner sustained injury, we both looked at each other at the end of the day, on the night, and we both started laughing, going over everything, and we both agreed and both said at the same time that we don't care about the injuries. We literally are going to keep going back. It's something that we need to do. I mean, I'm not exactly the smallest person, and I'm a bit sluggish, and yeah, I'm doing it because it's getting me out of this place. No, one second. It's getting me out of the house. I mean, I've got my own businesses, doing entertainment, and doing a reptile shop. I need a hobby outlet. Or I've got multiple hobbies. One hobby is breeding reptiles, part of the job. My other hobby is now this. This is solely because, as you probably know yourself, DMAC, being a mechanic, there's only so many times you can hit your fingers off knuckles or undercarriages or wheel nuts or anything that you do on a car, and the first thing you more or less try not to do is swear, or you're deaf and blind and you get really frustrated and stuff and everything else. This, if you choose to do it on a regular basis, is basically like a gym. Okay, a gym is cheaper at whatever price it is per month. To hire, to play, to run, you get if you was to hire, or if you was to come with and hire, it'll cost you £40 for the day. What you get is a face mask, not the same as that one, not the same as this at all. The one that you hire, the one that they give you when you hire, instead of it being perspex, it's a mesh, so it's similar to makeup as the goggles. You get a gun and you get a magazine and you get your ammunition. That's what you get. That's your protection and your firearm. If you have all your own stuff, you're classed as a walk-on. So yes, you pay less because you don't have to hire the stuff. I don't have to hire a weapon. I've got mine here. I don't have to hire anything else because I have mine. And this is a CO2 1911 Colt 1911. I have my own BBs and everything that I take. I buy because I buy a certain weight. I am going to upgrade the weight again though. I have my stuff. I knew before, a couple of weeks before we went. With this weapon I bought because I wanted to use a sidearm just in case the gun that I used stopped working. for whatever reason. If I was out in the middle of the field and whatever, I thought, right, I'll get one of these because I still want to get some kills. Yeah, I got shot with this multiple times weeks before we went, and at that I knew I was going to be hooked on going to do airsoft, and I was literally hooked, and literally I stood where this camera stands. Sorry, my partner stood where this camera stood, and I was stood in that doorway down there, and I was shot nine times. I was shot with this thing 9 times, and you know what? That was it. I knew I was going to be hooked off it, so I went and done it. Bought my stuff. Bought that. Obviously, if you decide to go and buy before you play, they will come in 2-tone colours, so you'll either get like a bright orange one, a bright blue one, green one, whatever. And it don't look like the real thing. That's because you need to attend 3 times in 2 months. That is solely because people that run around like idiots around to the shops with imitation rifles and hold places up. So to stop that, you go 3 times, you register, you get a unique number like your driving licence. Then every time you go to a shop and you purchase a weapon, say if you're having it in the 2-tone colours, you give them your number, like your it's like I said, it's like your driving licence number. You give them your number, and then the weapons you buy, the serial numbers, then get registered to your name. So if anything happens to them, they know where to come. Basically, just makes it all accountable. But this, while my phone lives, which is not going to be much longer, I'll give it that. Here, loadout, just something a bit stupid, but because it had camo on it. Obviously, I smoke. It's a lighter, or mini blowtorch. It's a lighter. Simple as. It's just something that went there. Seemed like a good idea, to be fair, and it works. Speed loader. So you fill this full of BBs, so you don't have to keep pulling out a container like this. Because these are containers that I buy, so you don't have to run around with a container like this. You load this up, and this will load. Well, this will load a sidearm, but I've got 2 of these, so I can actually load my main one up, because I carry extra mags anyway. I've got more than enough that deals with it. So there's that. Off. Extra magazine number 1 for my 1911, holds 14 shots. So that's mag number 1. That's there. Mag number 2. Mag number 2 is just here. Same again. That's to that. There's the mag holders. And thanks to my daughter's little idea, Mac, my phone is about to shut off. Bear with me a sec.